Hey, here we have our 97 International Navistar. We have upgraded headlights in the front, floodlights up top. There's a full rack that runs the entire length of the bus. There's four solar panels up top right now. And we can see that there's a RV converted door, RV windows throughout, double pane windows. All the windows have been, for the bus, have been sealed up, and it's all fully insulated with the metal sheeting on the side. We can see down here there are two gray water tanks, and they're bolted with chains and not going to go anywhere, very secure. And there's a hose outlet that runs length to the French drain. We can see a vent up here for the living area. There's another vent above the shower right here. This is the chimney for the wood burning stove, the RV AC heater and AC. And this vent right here is for the washing machine with a valve that has a washing machine overflow. And this black box right here is the outdoor shower. And then we have the battery bank in this section right here. We'll check all this stuff out. And as we come down the bus, we can see the emergency hatch with that's where the water storage is. And we can see the water inlet right here that goes into those tanks. Engines in the back, it's a diesel pusher. And with our 11R22 tires, brand new Sumitomos. And we walk back to over here, and we can see this is where the engine is housed, some hazard lights, and additional reflectors and so forth. Okay, we're outside with everything opened up. We have the outdoor shower with hot and cold water. Works really well when you don't want to bring the outside in. Over here is where our battery bank is, and so we have 5 deep cycle lead acid batteries that power 12 volts throughout the entire bus. As well, here's a portable DC water pump that will pump out the drains if you're on a hill or unable to get gravity flowing. In the back here is an inverter with 2 charge controllers in here, and those power the wind turbine when connected. Moving over to the emergency hatch in the back, this is where all the water is stored. And so we can see we have 5 water tanks housing about 200 gallons of water. And this is all comes through this house filter. And so it will come up through your hose inlet, through the filter, and you have the options with all these valves to either fill up any of these tanks or just send the water directly through to the bus if you're going to be connected to it all the time. If you're not connected to water all the time, when you fill up the tanks, there's this 12 volt DC water pump that will send the water wherever you need it to go, and pressure is really good. So here's the wind turbine with the blades and the fin, and that'll hook up to those charge controllers for you. And here's a sand water filter. So if you're in a situation where you don't trust the water, and it's an ancient technique where they filter water through sand, and so you have that option as well. And this is all the water with the power supply to the back. Okay, coming off the rear hatch, we have the engine bay where we have added cooling fans on both sides. And inside here is the T44E International engine. It's a diesel engine, the B190, and gets about between 10 and 15 miles a gallon, depending on how you're driving. But it purrs like a kitten, and start it up every couple weeks just to make sure everything's running smoothly, had oil maintained and everything maintained by professional mechanics. Okay, and so looking at the side of the bus here, we have the door to the toilet room, and these 2 panels for storage. Under here, where all the fluids are for the engine, this is actually housing for another battery bank that all the wires are already hooked up, so you can fit up to 5 more lead acid deep cycle batteries. And then the electrical controller for the AC and DC. If you wanted to go to shoreline or from the inverter, those are those options. And this is the 30 amp plug that plugs in and runs out, as well as the Wi-Fi here. Here are the 2 charge controllers for the solar panels up top, and plenty of storage. And then moving down the side, we can see more double pane RV windows. And this is where the propane hooks up on the outside underneath for safety precautions. And we can see this is where the gas stove area is with the outside vent. And the propane hooks up pretty easily. It's pretty low tech, but it just hooks up right here. And in transit, we can just put it inside in a secure location. Okay, now we're on top of the bus, and we can see the roof rack that goes the entire length of the bus. It can support a lot of weight. And the solar panels as well. There's 420 watt solar panels for 480 watts. We have the vents in the living area, as well as the vent over the shower. Here's the chimney for the wood burning stove. And there's the bathroom inlet and outlet to make sure that fresh air is always flowing, and the RV AC and heater. And we can see right here where all the solar panels go through the bus securely into the electrical area.